Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Chelsea Explained, and I hope you are doing amazing. I'm doing that because Chelsea has boosted the Maresca side with two new brand attackers that we're gonna get into and talk about them. Then towards later in the video, we're gonna discuss that Chelsea might actually go for a third attacker and who that can be and what that will mean to us. Before we dive any deeper into the Chelsea news video, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my page and hit that notification bell down below. Jaime Gittens to Chelsea, here we go. Deal agreed club to club with Borussia Dortmund. Contract will be valid until 2032, and he always wanted Chelsea. There were some rumors that Bayern were trying to hijack the deal, but he rejected them as he wanted to join Chelsea and Maresca. Understand medical will take place tonight, which should have been yesterday for Gittens. The bid should be around 55 million, and then there's some add-ons and bonuses included. Yes, he's young. I would like to also add more experience in elite, as you know, but if we're not buying those type of profiles, we have to turn towards players that actually suits Maresca and that he has a say in, because I can't stress enough how important that is for a manager. How are you gonna perform to your best abilities if you're getting players that can't execute the roles you want, you desperately need them to play in? What type of role will Jaime Gittens have here at Chelsea? Well, he's mostly gonna be, a touchline winger that's gonna utilize his biggest strength, which is his speed and dribbling in 1v1 situation. And another strength he has is that he loves attempting shots from any ranges, any angles, similar to Liam Delap. This is going to be an explosive, modern, pacey winger out on the left hand side. This is a pure winger that's gonna challenge the opposition defenders, constantly dribbling, causing troubles, and I think he's gonna be someone that scores goals eventually because he attempts so many shots. So he has some inside forward aspect and abilities to his game. I really wish we could have gotten the deal over the line just before the Club World Cup, because then we would have another player to rotate with. But it is what it is. We got the job done now, and I think the price is fair. I mean, 55 million for a 20-year-old winger, one of the best dribblers and fastest players in Bundesliga, that also desperately wants to join Chelsea and suits Maresca. I think it's a fair price. Now the next player Chelsea has signed is of course from Todd Bowley and Egbali's role model, which is from Brighton. We have purchased Brazilian Joao Pedro, exclusive from David Ornstein. Chelsea reached agreement with Brighton to sign Joao Pedro. The deal for the Brighton forward is in excess of £50 million. Personal terms in place on a 7-year contract. Medical being arranged. The Brazilian international only wanted to join Chelsea and will join our Club World Cup squad. So he's gonna join together with Gittens, and we're gonna be able to register them before our quarterfinals game, which is really positive news. So we're getting some more players in the squad there. A 50 million fee is also a fair price. I think is a pretty cheap price if you think of what type of money Brighton usually asks for it. I mean, they have scammed us a few times, and we also have to take in context that this is a player that is familiar with Premier League. He delivers with goals, assists, creativity. He can play across the whole front four. So a Swiss Army knife, that we like to call it. And it's gonna be exciting how Maresca gonna use him. We can use him as a striker, as an offensive midfielder, as a winger. He sort of brings creativity and link-up play and teamwork to this team. Really good at combining with teammates in tight spaces. He's someone that is very good in tight spaces, similar to Nicholas Jackson, but I think he has better finishing abilities and is decent in the air as well. So Joao Pedro is a player that's gonna suit Maresca's system. I think Joao Pedro is ahead of tactical understanding and concentration and decision making in terms of Gittens, because he has played on the complex system, for example when De Zerbi was here, now under Fabian Hürzel at Brighton. He's gonna acclimatize to Maresca's system pretty fast. I also think Gittens' decision making can be poor at times. He's doing the sort of same moves, and that can be easy for defenders to read and predict. But he's still only a 20-year-old guy that is gonna have time to develop those aspects of the game. The third signing we're gonna talk about that Blue Co could go after now is another attacker, and he is probably one of the league's best dribblers. He has pace, he has creativity, he's also versatile like a Joao Pedro, and he's gonna be a top player in Maresca's system if we sign this guy. The player we're gonna talk about is Mohamed Kudus, and there have been a few reports from The Guardian, from Simon Phillips, and we know Chelsea has been monitoring Mohamed Kudus, and Simon Phillips says that Chelsea are now focused on signing Kudus from West Ham after deals were sealed with Pedro from Brighton and Jaime Gittens from Dortmund. West Ham have to sell players before they can start purchasing. There could be perhaps a slight problem signing Mohamed Kudus, because Tottenham has also entered the race, which is reported from Matt Law and Fabrizio Romano. If you're gonna get into a bidding war, I mean, then we can forget about 60 million, then it might rise up to 100 million. It also depends how fast Chelsea is willing to strike, if they're gonna strike immediately in the coming days. It also depends on Kudus, which club would he like to join? Tottenham or Chelsea? I mean, it should be kind of obvious where you should pick. I'm pretty sure we're gonna go for Kudus, but for that to also happen, we need to maybe offload attackers as well. We maybe gonna see Madueke being purchased by Arsenal or Newcastle. Who knows, maybe Brighton comes in and snaps in with the money they receive from Joao Pedro. We're gonna see what's gonna happen with Nkunku. Jackson's future is uncertain as well, and there's plenty of players that return for loan that needs to be offloaded as well. I can't stress it enough, he's one of the league's best dribblers, ranking in the 99th percentile in Premier League. He's actually playing for a West Ham and not for a top club. His output in terms of goals and assists could have been better, but we have to take in context that West Ham did not have a great season. And maybe Mohamed Kudus checked out months ago. At least he gave everything, as Potter would say. Let me know if you are happy with Joao Pedro and Jaime Gittens, and also let me know if you believe we're gonna go for Mohamed Kudus and if we need him. Thank you so much for watching, and Chelsea Explains out. Peace.